In this issue of Auto Week, Jeff Sabatini will tell you about a progressive new trend that more and more automakers are becoming interested in, cross-breeding their sport coupes with rugged sport utility vehicles. And later, Cadillac is pushing the performance and technology envelope again, and we'll show you Auto Week magazine's take on a new, innovative, and hot-handling luxury sedan, the Cadillac DeVille DTS. Hello everyone, I'm Stephen Cox and welcome to Auto Week. Also in this issue, we have the scoop about an even more powerful Corvette Z06 that's coming in 2002. We have news about NASCAR and an update on Bentley's EXP Speed 8 endurance racer. And in our Escape Road segment, we'll take a look at a super sleeper from the 60s, Buick's GS 400. But first, hopefully you caught the recent cover story in Auto Week magazine about an emerging segment of vehicles that Auto Week's editors have dubbed Sport Ute Coupes. Well, a few weeks ago, Auto Week magazine associate editor Jeff Sabatini got a chance to do a bit more investigation about this up-and-coming Sport Ute trend.
There's a hot new trend in the automotive world, one that bodes well for sports car enthusiasts and SUV enthusiasts alike. This is the Pontiac REV, GM's newest concept car, and just one of several concepts that automakers have shown in 2001 that could be described as sports utility coupes, or SUCs. It's an idea inspired in part by the cars of the World Rally Championship Racing Series, cars that are capable of going very fast over almost any type of terrain. Like any trend, it didn't just appear out of nowhere. The first SUC was actually the 1981 AMC SX4, essentially a three-door Spirit liftback placed on the AMC Eagle's all-wheel drive chassis. Considering that the Spirit was just a reworked Gremlin, it's easy to see why the trend never took off. The next thing to resemble a sport utility coupe didn't appear until 1999, when the Isuzu Via-Cross went on sale. Never heard of the Via-Cross? Despite its bold styling, this compact sports car of SUVs has only been sold in comparatively limited quantities. Given Isuzu's trucks-only product lineup, it was never likely that the Via-Cross would truly bridge the gap between the sports car and the SUV. Now in 2001, it appears that some of the larger automakers are looking to bring the SUC idea to the mainstream. Pontiac's REV is just one of them. Others include BMW's X Coupe concept, a design study based on the underpinnings of BMW's X5 Sport Utility, Toyota's rugged sports coupe concept, a transformer-styled vehicle based on the RAV4 and designed by its California-based Calty studio, and Mitsubishi's RPM 7000 concept, which packs a turbocharged 2-liter four-cylinder that pumps out 315 horsepower. If we take a look at the REV, we can see a lot of these ideas that are going into the concepts.
What's really innovative about this particular vehicle here is that the idea of having protective materials on the exterior of vehicles is very common now, especially for sport utilities. But we've taken them to the next level where they wrap in from the outside of the exterior into the inside. And what this does is for these performance enthusiasts that Pontiac draws, when they're souping up their vehicles or just changing basic fluids, it allows them to protect the front end and protect it from scratches from like a watch or your belt buckle. The theme of the exterior wrapping into the interior continued here in the rear. As you get to the storage area where normally you have to load items in, we have a toolbox mounted in the rear for fixing like your mountain bike or whatever sporting activity you might be doing. Talk-about radio, so if your friends are out in the woods, they can find the car, you can go pick them up. First aid kit in case you damage yourself while doing these extreme activities. Also, you can see as you walk around that if you're loading things in and out of the vehicle, the scratch-resistant material continues back here, so you don't have to worry about damage. And with the parallel sliding gate, you've really eliminated the big reach over that you normally have when you have a conventional tailgate.
The REV's 3-liter V6 is supercharged at 245 horsepower. This power is fed through an all-wheel drive chassis with independent suspension, another common feature of the SUCs. On the BMW, the entire rear end of the car opens backwards like a clamshell. The Mitsubishi has a passenger side third access door, much like a Saturn SC. So while the sport utility coupes are redefining both sports cars and SUVs, they're also redefining the very idea of what a coupe is. On the interior side, all these vehicles give the driver a functional, if somewhat Spartan cockpit, more akin to a sports car than a traditionally leather and wood draped sport utility. The utilitarian nature of the interior is reinforced with clever ideas like reconfigurable instrument panels, reconfigurable rear seating, and high-tech fabrics. The REV seats are made of gel-filled Lycra, the same as you'd find on a mountain bike. Other interior features common to the SUCs include things like first aid and tool kits, and plenty of cubby holes and tie-down hooks. It's clear that all these vehicles have a common goal: capture the attention of a generation of males who've grown up playing with radio-controlled cars, video games, skateboards, and BMX bikes. These are guys who find typical SUVs to be too much like the four-wheel drive minivan surrogates that they have become. But they also realize that for all the fun of a car like a Miata, it sure isn't going to cut it when you and your crew want to pack up your snowboards and head to the slopes. Well, we'll just have to wait and see whether any of these off-roadable sports cars make it into production. I think it's an idea that's time is right. We'll just have to hope that the car companies rally around it. For Auto Week on Speed Vision, I'm Jeff Sabatini.
Dutch Mandel's commentary from Auto Week magazine addresses a true car guide dilemma and a very debatable issue. Is Ferrari promoting automotive anarchy, or is it merely protecting its mark from greedy car collector sharks? Here's Dutch.
Recently, Auto Week magazine uncovered a plot. Well, maybe plot is too sinister. By Ferrari of North America. What they want to do is this: limit who gets the cars and what they do with their cars. Now, it happened to be a particular model, a 550 Barchetta Pininfarina, a specialty model of which only 448 cars were going to be made. The point is, they wanted the buyers of those cars to sign a contract saying that if they were going to sell those cars within a year of ownership, that Ferrari North America would have the right of first refusal. Now, the question is that restraint of trade? If I buy something, can't I do with it what I want? Some dealers move forward. They've whited out 550 Barchetta and put in 360 Spider. It's a car that costs less than the Barchetta, and a car for which a great many more will be built. But the question is, Auto Week magazine has readers who are serious collectors and casual collectors, serious buyers and casual buyers, as well as speculators in these cars. And that's what Ferrari is trying to prevent: people from buying these cars and flipping them for a profit. The question then is to you: what do you think? Is this a case of a speculator or collector? Go to autoweek.com and write us a letter. Tell us what you think. Tell us if the glass is half empty or half full. But wait, there's more. Jay Mays, Vice President of Design for Ford Motor Company, was just awarded an honorary doctorate degree from a prestigious design school. So what are they calling him internally? You guessed it, Dr. J.
For more of the latest automotive news and information, log on to speedvision.com.